Welcome to December 11th, day 11 of Vlogmas. I'm so glad that you're here. Thanks for watching these. Well, it finally happened. The tree got moved. Let me show you some video to put it all into context of what's been going on.
And you've seen glimpses of our tree, but here it is in its full glory. I put together a time lapse of it being decorated. I will show that to you in just a moment. Let's walk around it. In this house, we didn't really have a good place for it. And so I don't think Diane and I, either of us, are really all that comfortable with it just floating in the middle of the room. But we had this high value that you could see it from the front door. When you open the door, you could look down the long hallway and see it straight at the end. So of course, our default thought was that it would be on that wall where the couch is. But then when we tried to move all this furniture around to different areas, there was no way to make it work. We would have had to remove a lot of furniture to go into the garage. And even then, the couch floating in the middle of this space made it too hard to walk around. So for now, the tree is here. Maybe next year we won't have the value. It has to be seen from the front door. One thought was that it could go here. Other thoughts were to push it closer to the edge of the fireplace. And that made it seem kind of scrunched up to me. So floating in the entry hall in this space is where it is. And it's still beautiful. The cool thing about it is that you could walk around all the sides and see the ornaments. You don't have to put a bunch of them on the back wall and never see them. Well, this is where the tree was, and as I suspected, it made it over there. It looks good there, but you can't see it from the front door, and that's what we were trying for. But you know what? You can't be that stubborn. You gotta put it where it looks best and where your family can function. And so, there it is. Joy to the world. Hey, I wanna take a little tour and show you some of our Christmas decorations in the downstairs part of our house. You've seen the Mickey tree and you've seen the theater room, but this is our living room. So we've just added little touches of Christmas with different table runners, some snacks, little velvet boxes. That's a spray can of the scent, the smell of Christmas. You can add the little whiff of that. That's really wonderful. And over at the fireplace is there, and off to the side under the TV is the vignette. Now I'm going to get a little closer and show you each of these. Here by Waffle's Basket of Toys, we have this cast iron. Okay, you gotta move, doggy. We have this cast iron. Come here. We have this cast iron dog that looks like it's digging a hole and its head is buried into the ground. And Diane put one of the dog costumes on there, so it looks very Santa Clausy. Isn't that great? Another container of pine cones. And then our stockings. Diane and I, our daughter, and my mother-in-law, And I know sometimes we have sort of a toyland or a country look. Our mantle, we always have this sort of elegant look. We'll add some tapers for Christmas Eve and burn them. But right now, that's our mantle. One of the little things that we've got is this 12 Days of Christmas figurine set. Let me zoom in on these. And ever since Nikki was a little girl, this was one of the things she loved to put out. And so it still goes out every year. A wood drum filled with smells of Christmas potpourri and some greenery. The three wise men this year at this house have gone up high there. They are actual nutcrackers from Germany. My mother gave these to me years and years ago. She bought them when I was a kid. And we've got just little touches of holiday things sitting on there. And then another nutcracker down here, a Tsar of Russia. Just a beautiful one that is. Here in our dining room, the way we decorated for Christmas was just a little touch. Diane found this magnolia leaf wreath that's made out of metal, and we hung it on the mirror with a flat ribbon, just to be simple, along with the rest of the room's character. Of course, a centerpiece on the dining room table. We took this bowl that's been here with other contents and swapped it out with some pine cones that are some unique shapes. Look at these. They look like flowers rather than an actual cone. But they're just really beautiful. And then, of course, some baubles, as Diane's been saying this season. She likes following me wherever I am going, particularly when I'm videoing. But in the entry hall, we decorated the table with some garland, some candles, and this Happy Christmas sign hanging from the mirror. We like that. A little bit of a British touch. And watch this. Entry light on. I just love these little smart home touches that we've been able to add as I go along. Love it. On the garage door, I hung this door harp. I just think this is so cool. A good friend of mine, Jim, his father made this. Years ago, he made door harps, and he made a special Christmas version of it. And every time the door opens and closes, it makes these beautiful sounds. They watch these videos, so I'm sure they're gonna appreciate seeing that. We always put on the entry hall closet some ribbons, and we hang our Christmas cards that we receive. It's still early in the month, but I still would have thought we'd have more Christmas cards by now. Well, in our kitchen, even a few pops of decoration. Got this dough bowl that Diane normally has the lemons in, and for the holidays, she's added some beautiful elements. We haven't gotten the chalk and filled in the days till Christmas. We have enough Advent countdowns. And then over here, we just added the joy to the world. And then over in the coffee station, a metal tin man and a little tree. So little pops of Christmas, little vignettes all around our house, including little dish towels at different places. Okay, let's see what candy we get today. Well, it's small enough that I can get my fingers in there at least. That's kind of cool looking, sort of geodesic top. All right, and over here. Oh, two more of these little chocolate balls, the baubles.
Waffles, what have we got? What's in your Oh, you're gonna love these. These are the apple pie flavored little stars again. It's your breakfast kibble. Who doesn't like apple pie for breakfast? Huh? Yes. So we just pulled this out. Well, again, we did our candy ones. We've got this stored in another part of the room, and the moment I finished the candy, she jumped up and went to this box, knowing it was next. I don't know what she's gonna do when December is over. She loves these daily. It's like, this should be your life every day. And of course, Diane thinks she should have a piece of chocolate every day too, right?
Come on.
What is day 11? Oh, it's a clock, it's counting down. It's midnight. Well, we're continuing in the book of Luke today. We're actually going to continue in the book of Luke through the Christmas story. Well up to Christmas, pretty close, because it is the best historical account of all the events that took place with Jesus' birth. And that's the nature of Luke. Each writer of one of the Gospels had a different intention. And Luke, being the doctor, he wanted to make sure all the accounts, the details of the birth process and the growing up of Jesus made a lot of sense and were accurate and were, like a doctor's report would be. And so we're here in the story, continuing an angel, Gabriel. We just saw in the last portion, he came to Elizabeth and Zechariah. Oh, here comes Waffles. Here comes Waffles. Hear her little tapping of nails on this floor. It doesn't matter how short we cut them. On this floor. Yes. Okay. Well, Gabriel was just with Zechariah, foretold the birth of John the Baptist. And it says here that in the 6th month of Elizabeth's pregnancy, God sent Gabriel again to Nazareth to see Mary. Mary was not yet married. She was engaged, Joseph. And Joseph and Mary were descendants of King David, a long ways away. It's not like they were cousins or anything. And so Gabriel said to her, "Favored woman, the Lord is with you." What a great thing to have an angel come to you and say that. You are favored and the Lord is with you. And of course, it goes on to say she was confused and disturbed. Mary tried to think what the angel could mean. And the angel said, "Don't be afraid." And of course, she was confused and disturbed, it says. But the angel said to her, "Mary, don't be afraid. You have found favor with God. You will conceive and give birth to a son, and you will name him Jesus." And of course, she was like, huh? And he goes, "Jesus will be very great and will be called the Son of the Most High. The Lord God will give him the throne of his ancestor David, and he will reign over Israel forever. His kingdom will never end." And Mary said, "How can this happen? I'm a virgin." And the angel replied, "The Holy Spirit will come upon you, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you, so that the baby will be born holy, and he will be called the Son of God." And then the angel Gabriel lets her know that Elizabeth is also pregnant in her older age. And so Mary responds, and this is probably the lesson out of all of this. Mary responds, "I am the Lord's servant. May everything you have said about me come true." And the angel left her. Now, again, it comes down to, are you willing to accept the miraculous? And again, if God is God and he created and he's all powerful, he could do these things. He can do virgin births and raising from the dead. He can do any of those things. So are we willing to open our hearts to accept that the miraculous can happen? Of course, it's a faith step. Of course it is a step of faith. But the key here again is this response from Mary. I don't get it, I don't understand it, but I'm your servant. May it happen as you've said. I'm here, I'm willing. Be God. Be God. All right, I hope that helps you to wrestle with some things perhaps in your life, to let go sometimes. It's hard to let go. I've been known to be a bit of a control freak. Yeah. So it's hard to let go sometimes and give control over to somebody else, let alone God, whom you can't see, even though I know in my mind that he's got the best for me and he's all powerful and knows what he's doing. I'm still letting go. And that's a challenge. And so maybe for you it is as well. And that's okay. Be honest about the challenge. Be honest about the challenges. That's perfectly fine. God honors honesty and he will meet you where you're at. Okay. So thank you for watching. Again, I hope that encourages you. Like, subscribe, join our channel, come along board with everything that we do. We'd love to have you here. Again, give me comments about how you're decorating your house or things like that. Have you moved the tree around once it's decorated? Have you ever done that? Yeah, most people don't. Thankfully, our tree was on wheels and it was easy enough. And we don't have carpet, so it was easy to slide across that floor. So that worked to our favor this time. Hey, you have a great day, and guess what? Be good to others. Bye-bye.